Hey everybody, Mr. Vic and Jason here, and this is Traffic Lab.
Traffic
episode.
Lab.
I wanted to do something a little bit different. You know, normally it's the whiteboard in the office.
Yeah, and that's so boring,
This and
especially on
that.
a beautiful Southern California day. As the sun begins to set down,
Yeah.
we thought we'd take a couple of toys out, come out around the house, and just hang out for a little bit and talk to you guys about great traffic.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of a different, you know, there's no whiteboard and there's just cars over here, you know, that's the, some toys over here we've got.
Toys are good.
And so, you know what, we thought, you know what, let's just be real, man, you know, let's just get outside and just, as we're actually doing some things here, and, you know, we're doing some work for High Traffic Academy, you know, scouting some locations, some really cool stuff, doing a little movie style, you know, documentary videos and things like that you guys will see soon. But then we thought, you know what? Why being so boring, right? Why let's just be real and raw and talk about traffic from this location.
Right.
You know, it's pretty cool. It's sunset. It's beautiful outside over here, as you can
day.
see. And just do a selfie, right? Hold the camera and talk in front of the camera to people. So, Jason, let's talk about traffic, brother.
My selfie. It's my
Yeah,
selfie
that's your
moment.
selfie? I saw selfie's moment. You
So
know?
traffic, you know, I tell you, finding the right traffic source is the key to making money online. It
Yeah.
really is. Once you can tap into a traffic source that makes sense to you, that you can measure, you understand, and you can engage, trust me, across everything you can imagine in the world, you will find a wonderful revenue life. So one big traffic source is email. And I tell you, it's something a lot of guys and gals are having challenges with every single day.
Yep.
Because email is an enigma. Like the idea of pay-per-click used to be before the legendary Josh gave us PPC Mastery. But you know, email, putting together a campaign with the right type of subject line, and let me tell you, here's a big ticket and a big tip on putting together an email campaign that drives traffic. Number one, do not, under any circumstances, create a great big image and put it into your email. Your email needs to be full HTML.
What does that mean?
That's hypertext markup language. That basically means you want to use like a software like Dreamweaver, for example, and you want imagery and words together. You want no scripts, you don't want any Java, you don't want anything crazy and weird, just an image and a word.
So wait a minute. So I'm a total newbie here.
Sure.
And this is really raw, you guys. So I'm gonna play a newbie's advocate, right?
Newbie man.
The newbie man, right? Because as a newbie, I might be a little bit confused, right?
Sure,
So
of course.
HTML and dropping. So let me pre-frame this by saying this. So one of the really cool traffic sources is doing email drops. It's another word for that is media, email media.
Correct.
Right, and that kind of stuff. So there's also PPC that we're gonna talk about in later episodes. There's PPC Master, you guys can, you know, check out if you haven't already, that kind of stuff. But email, I've built my business, and I said this many times, I've built my business personally when I got started on email, on tapping into other people's lists. It worked great back then, years ago, you know, 2005, 2007, 2008. It was really good. Then the world kind of shifted a little bit. The whole traffic paradigm shifted, and a lot of and we started to see a lot of these click resellers, right? People, agencies and traffic resellers and traffic brokers came on the surface, and it started out to be pretty good. You know, I made, you know, one of the promotions I ran, I think it was like a year and a half ago or something like that, still made me like $300,000 by getting some traffic from the traffic resellers. About 6 months ago, you know, started to run some campaigns with the same people that I used to run traffic with, same guys that I used to go over and over to, and I got tons and tons of clicks, zero conversions. We started seeing the shift in that world, because traffic game, you guys, it's never stable. It's never the same. It's always moving. It's always changing. It's always shifting, right? So it's what's working now. Let's talk about what's working now from our perspective, from what we see. Email is still awesome, but here's the thing. A lot of the traffic resellers, there is a little issue from what I can tell you, and there's a couple things. Number one is you must be, look at that, is that a swan flying?
It is. There's swans over here in the private lake.
Oh, I had to capture that. I don't know if you guys can see it. Private lake, swans flying around.
Well,
Pretty
you
cool.
know, lakes are good. We like water.
So yeah, so number one thing is control your marketing message. Write it down, okay? Control your marketing message. What your product